Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about how to get started in the gym. So the first thing you need to decide is why. You need a clear goal. You want to lose weight, gain weight, you want to get stronger, you're worried about your health. You need to get real about what you want in the gym, because if you're not real with yourself about why you want to go to the gym, then you're not going to stay there for very long. You need to focus. You can't do everything at once. Most people want to gain muscle, lose fat, look sexy. And the truth is, you need to decide what you want to focus on first. Yeah, you can do both at the same time, but you need to focus on one. For example, if you want to lose weight and you want to look good and you want to gain muscle, you need to decide which one is the most important focus. If you're starting in March, right, to get into the gym and you want to look good for the summer, then don't focus on gaining muscle. Because if you want to look lean and you want to gain muscle, the way to gain muscle would be to eat more than you actually need, which is going to cause you to gain muscle, but it's also going to cause you to gain some fat. So if you're trying to look lean for the summer, that's not the way to go, right? So you need to decide what your main focus is going to be, right? You want to get fitter. Okay, well, do you want to focus more on getting stronger first and then maybe focus on your cardio second? You can do everything at the same time, but you need to focus on something first. So I'm going to give you an example. You're getting started at the gym in September and your goal is to get some more muscle mass and you want to get leaner. Well, maybe you're going to focus on getting some muscle mass between, say, September and February. And then after February, say when you get to March, then you start focusing on losing some of the fat that you gain while putting on some of the mass. You need to get real about your biomechanics. Biomechanics meaning the way your body moves. If you're young and you don't have any pains, any problems, you didn't play football, you're not messed up, then you're probably fine to start, squatting, bench pressing, deadlifting, and all that stuff. But if you're older or you have a lot of movement impairments and pain, then you need to get checked out by a serious personal trainer, physiotherapist, osteopath, etc. before you actually get into serious lifting. If you don't have any movement issues, or you've been cleared to start working out, then my first suggestion would be to learn all of the main movement patterns first. Forget, barbell curls, skull crushers, lateral raises, sit-ups. You don't need to learn that right now. You need to learn the main movement patterns. So let's dive into them. Number one, we've got the stride. Some examples of the stride would be the lunge, split squat, and the step up. Number two, we've got the squat. So you got front squat, goblet squat, back squat, and it goes on. Number three, the hinge. The main one would be the deadlift, but you also have Romanian deadlift and other stuff like that. Then you got push horizontal, right? So push-ups, bench press, that sort of stuff, pushing in the horizontal plane. You got pushing vertically, so overhead press, dips, that kind of stuff. Pulling horizontally, bent over row, one arm row, seated cable row. Pulling vertically, pull-ups, lat pull-downs. And then some extras that aren't part of the main movement patterns, but I think you should integrate into your first program would be Pallof press, plank, RKC plank, and wood choppers. Right, Pallof press, you're going to increase your torsion control. So if you're lifting heavy weight on squats, if you twist a little bit, you'll be a bit stronger when that happens. Plank and RKC plank are just increasing your rectus abdominis endurance. And wood choppers just give you nice strong obliques. Sets and reps. You don't want to spend too long in the gym as a beginner, right? You don't want to be in there for 2-3 hours. As a beginner, frequency is your best friend, right? So it's better to go to the gym for 30 minutes, but 5 times a week than to go for once a week for an hour and a half. So focus on frequency as a beginner. If you can go in 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, start by building it up. Don't start by going straight 6 times a week. Start, 3 times a week and just be consistent with that. And then once you feel comfortable with that, add another time until, you've really built the habit of going. Building the habit of going to the gym is the most important thing. Then with sets and reps, I'd suggest if you're doing one exercise for all of the main movement patterns, I'd say 2 to 3 sets, depending on how fast you can get it done, and rep ranges of 12 to 15 as a beginner. You need to focus on form. Don't start ego lifting like those kids you see benching the weight halfway down to their chest and going back up. If the bar doesn't touch your chest, it's not a rep. So you need to focus on form. The reason the rep range is so high is so that you can take the time to go slowly, do things properly. Watch a bunch of videos on form. I'm gonna be making some later. Have friends check your form. Proper form is the difference between making gains or making pains. Improper form gets you nowhere and only gets you into injury. Believe me, I know from experience. I was out for like a year and a half because I hurt my back and hurt my knees deadlifting and squatting with improper form. I also hurt my shoulders bench pressing with improper form. Long story short, don't do it. Learn how to do it right the first time. Proper form is like laying a good foundation of a building. If you build it properly, then the rest of the building will be beautiful and will last forever. If you half-ass it, your building won't last. Montreal. As always, if you have any questions, ask below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Happy lifting.